easy go.
This is going to be another solo prestige, but it's going to be different. We've done all the guides, we've done all subclasses, so that's the week's basically covered on them. So this is just kind of a fun video, a different type. So we're going to be using non-meta weapons. When I say that, the meta solo PvE weapons right now are kind of like this. So you often see devils, Manannan, and a cluster bomb rocket, whether it be Sins, whether it be Curtain, whether it be that new one recent came out. That's generally the loadout, or Nameless Midnight as well, depending on what you're doing. That's generally the meta, so that's what I mean by that. We're using weapons that you wouldn't see people solo Nightfalls with, generally. Although there are some YouTubers out there that do things like these. So, we've got the Service Revolver, which is kind of like Better Devils. It looks exactly like it. Handles and feels like it to me, but it's a different archetype. It's 180 RPM. So it's got the recoil where it comes back at you. So I picked this weapon because I know it's not really strong, but it's probably my favourite 180 RPM hand cannon. And it's got outlaw, armor piece and rounds. So machine gun, we picked the Mob Justice. It's a pretty good one. It's got ambitious assassin on it as well. I just picked it because I had it on my character at the time. And we're using Telesto. Because I was going Void Singe, I was looking through all the exotics that do Void. I could have easily picked Tractor Cannon, but I went with Telesto just to see what it would do, how much range it has. Because I haven't really used the gun much. As for armour, all Masterworks. With Armentarium for double grenades. We are not allowed to use an aggressive super. The only super we can use is Titan Bubble. So we can't even use it for Sentinel. So it's just Titan Bubble alone. We've a Magnetic Grenade, Valley Barricade. So it's just a different type of Nightfall. As for the card, get to it now. We're obviously going to do Void Singe, Heavyweight, and Extinguish. That's the Nightfall card. On with the run. So I can never get it where the door is shut, or should I say the ghost scannable. So apologies for skipping this section. I didn't really want to, but got the sparrow right through. Like I always say on my other vids, you can quick spawn your sparrow there, but you've got to pull your ghost out as you're jumping through it. And only a quick spawn sparrow will work on that particular portal. As for this portal, anyone can do it. Like the guy ahead, he doesn't realise that you can do it. Like there's so many people that don't know that you can do that. Makes this section miles quicker than having to run. This is the first room we're going to have to deal with, so playstyle's totally out the window. I don't play like I'm usually playing on a normal run. Obviously our weapon loadout's totally different. The submachine gun these guys down, and then I like to go down on the bottom rather than, I could have sit up top, but I have no ranged weapons though as well, so best just to come behind this rock. So yeah, this is the 180 RPMs. They do feel weird to me, but this is probably the most suitable because handles like devils, it just has a totally different recoil pattern. It is pretty nice when you get outlaw going, just these goblins hide their crit spot sometimes. I do really like this submachine gun as well. So it's one of the better ones, to be honest, the red one. For PvE stuff. I wanted to test out the range of Telesto as well. You can kind of trap these as they're spawning round. Kind of set traps with it. Which it is fun on like on this sort of setup with Void Singe heavyweight, but I would never use Telesto seriously. But it is pretty fun on something like this. You just wreck a lot of stuff. Plus you can use it a lot because you get so much ammo. It carries a lot of ammo. I think it carries 17. So you can use it a ton. And heavyweight means that you get a lot of heavy drops. All the ads. She does wreck mages as well. It actually has a lot more range than I expected as well. Might be because of the modifiers, but it seems to have a lot of range for a fusion rifle. I like to leave here with max heavy if I can. So I end up using it a lot on the next section.
Look at those drills. Even the Vex can't stop a Cabal invasion.
Like I say, I'm not copying anybody. If there is other people that's done it, just I've kind of run out of ideas for the week, and this was a short week. So I thought I would do this. I've never done a alternative like loadout for a Nightfall. Plus, I mean, you never used to be able to do anything like this. When the Prestige Nightfalls were timed, you used the meta weapons like I showed at the start. You would never use a fusion rifle. You'd never use any of these sort of, not even a sniper. Maybe now, the fact that they've like Darcy and stuff. Let it come over to here and try and put damage into this first sniper. It is pretty hard because this hand cannon isn't really good at all. Hasn't got the range of devils. But the Telesto has a lot of range on that. Take out those two. There'll be a sniper on left, but he's usually taken down. Because it's Void Singe, all the minute does just wreck them. Sniper. I like to try and get his attention, the first mage's attention. Come to this little window. If you're doing a serious run, you can come here and do this as well. The other major will be down below, near where the portals are. So sometimes there'll be a load of Minotaurs still alive, and it is Void Singe, so we have to be mindful of them. I think the Cabal guys sometimes do Void, the ones that just spawned in. This major was half health already, I'm not sure why. Because all the Void. I'm going back for some ammo as there's not many more opportunities to get ammo back. I want to have full heavy for the boss. I've done this as well just to see what damage would be, how much damage you could do with Telesto on the boss as well. Skip all these and go and activate the lift. You don't have to fight the ads on this section, you can just literally run round and round in circles, but make it interesting. Spawning the next wave. At this point, as long as you've got a bubble, if you are going to do a bubble run like me, as long as you've got a bubble coming up to 2 nades, or a nade if you're running a different exotic, other than Armentarium.
Let's hope this thing launches in the right direction. It's going to be a short.
And you can spawn your sparrow through this section as well. If you take this route, you'll get through most of the time. The snipers on this section aren't too bad because it's void singe, but if you're doing the nightfall on shoulder singe, they will wreck you on that bit. Sparrow right to the boss. I didn't go all out. I could have used more. I could have got more damage out. I didn't go all out, but I was wanting to kind of see what sort of damage it would do. Be mindful of these guys as well, because they do void. All three of them hit you. Can be quite weak. Now, before I kill this harpy, I want to place a bubble beforehand. Reason being, because the timing's tight between having to pop a bubble and do a barricade before the boss comes out. Because as soon as you kill that harpy, the boss spawns. So I had to get the last harpy one shot, pop a bubble for safety, and then kill the last harpy, and then it gives me time to do a barricade. Plus your bubble lasts for quite a while. I was just wanting to hit him with Telesto, see what it would do. Which it was like mixed results. I mean, on this phase it was not that impressive. It was okay. I'm most impressed with its range, to be honest. But on that phase, not that impressive. I think it's the next one we do a lot of damage on. I come behind a short pillar, waiting for my barricade. I've got a magnetic up as well. I think I saved that one. I think we get him down to at least 1 bar. Yes, that's a good amount of damage. I'll give it its dues. And we go to the last floor. So, unlike my other runs, we're obviously going to fight ads. This is also, if you're somebody who can't one phase the boss, well, not one phase, but do the boss without killing ads, then you'll see places where I stand, where you can stand to stay alive. See, these goblins, if you approach them all at once, they can. Obviously, I haven't got the best weapon right now. So usually on this phase, he'll kind of stand over that side on the left, and there'll be 2 goblins to your right side. They're coming now. I was in the wrong position there, so come behind this rock. And you can safely get all the goblins down. without worrying about the boss too much. The boss can sometimes do his blinder move and hit you from here though. If you are one shot, be wary of him doing that. On this particular run, because my energy weapon's a submachine gun, I found the harpies hard work to deal with. My hand cannon has armor piece and rounds, but it's still not fantastic. Now the boss rotated there and I didn't realise he would have. So when the boss rotates, come to this rock over here. Run out of primary, so I only have a submachine gun ammo. So even with rubbish weapons you can still survive. That just shows it's all about positioning, really. The problem that I had here is there's like 4 harpies on the right and another 3 on the left. And I've got to get close with the submachine gun to take their shields. Granted, I could have used more Telesto on them, but I didn't realise how much ammo I would need for the end, for the boss. You can also, this is also a good place to stand because the boss can't shoot you, but he can do his blinding technique, but you can always avoid that. I'm in a bit of trouble because I've got no energy weapon ammo. Once you get ammo, you can then work on them again. Plus I've got to be wary of them because they do void. So I'd like to kill one and come back and then kill another. All these places are great places to stand on each phase, so you know where to stand. Because on my other videos I never really showed that because I just killed the boss outright. So these are like surviving techniques. Often a couple of goblins will kind of stay over there, and there'll be a major as well, which will guarantee to drop heavy. So a good strategy for him is because if you kill him there, the heavy brick is where the boss is at his feet, so knock his head off, that'll cause him to rush you, and then the heavy brick will be easily obtained. So now what I'm doing is I'm checking that all ads are dead and I'm setting up for my last DPS phase. So I really wasn't what I was wanting to kind of kill him, see if I could with Telesto, seeing as though I'd saved ammo for it. My idea is to wait for my double grenade. That's what I'm waiting on right now. My idea was to do a bubble first. He does a maneuver, let him do double magnetic and then Telesto him down. See if I could get good damage. Once he starts to approach, I can use my bubble as cover. And I think I was pretty impressed with it. Good damage. Really good damage. I guess it's not its normal damage output because obviously we've got 2 really powerful mods on it. But it's more of a fun upload. It's not a super serious one. But that was my Bubble Titan run. Thank you.
I filed an after-action report complete with 433 tactical notes. I win.